What's up, guys? Welcome to the video. Today, I have another podcast for you, and I have three guests with me today. I have I think the first two European pro players. I have Diego and Sandy. Welcome, Diego. Your first time to the channel.
Yeah, no
And
problem, man.
also, Anthony is with us as well. And
Yes.
we will be talking about pro players, or sort of in inverted commas pro players, because I don't believe anyone actually gets paid to play the game. I don't know if some of the PPG guys get paid, but I think they do other stuff for PPG if they do anyway.
I think T4T gets paid.
Oh, so there are actually some actual professional players out there.
There are some teams that do pay. When I left Ellipsis, though, I was warned about if I had left for a team that was going to pay me money.
Oh, okay, right. Well, okay. So there are some real pro players out there, but for the majority of the time, when we talk about pro players, we actually refer to as sponsored players, and there are various different levels of sponsorship as well. So we're just going to explore that today, because I don't know anything about that. I've never been sponsored, but we do have two sponsored players here, and also someone who has sponsored a player before. So I mean, Anthony, you sponsored. I guess you've kind of fully sponsored someone.
Yeah.
So what sort of things did you do for that? That was in Yu-Gi-Oh though.
Yeah, it wasn't Yu-Gi-Oh! That terrible card game. It was just a case of like, so when I was sponsoring players, I'd pay for him to go to events, cover hotels, flights, provide him with every card he needs for the deck and a selection of other cards he needs, just in case he wants to play them. And yeah, just pretty much anything he needed for that event, I would provide him with.
And did you receive his winnings for that or something? Is that how that worked out?
So we agreed, like, because he was also a friend of mine. I wasn't just sponsoring him for like the sake of sponsoring him. We agreed that we would. What's the best way to describe this without sounding like I was trying to rip him off? I would sell the stuff and for a fair price, and we'd split it half and half. But it depended on where he came in the tournament. So like, if he came top 32, like so in Yu-Gi-Oh, coming top 32 gets you a playmat. It might get you something different now, but back in the days, it got you a playmat. I wouldn't be like, give me the playmat. I'd just be like, yeah, just keep the playmat. I couldn't care less. But like, for instance, his participation, I got his whole participation because I paid the entry. But he was happy with that. He was fine with that arrangement. But then if he came higher and got a prize card, for instance, we'd sell the prize cards and split the money. So it depended on where he came in the tournament to what deal we kind of had.
Yeah. So with some sort of arrangement like that, you're looking at you need to find a player who's going to consistently top everything. In a game that has good prizes, so probably not Dragon Ball, not in Europe anyway.
Not Yu-Gi-Oh either.
So yeah, Diego, I think you were the first European sponsored player. You are on Team FOE.
Yeah, correctly. I don't know if I'm the first one because a friend of mine, Wim Eliano, was also sponsored by
yes.
KTM. So
Yeah, I think
Wim was a little bit earlier.
Oh, okay. yes, of course. Do you want to talk about your sort of arrangements with them, or just as much as you can share, really? I know there are probably some things which are sensitive.
Yeah, not at all, actually. At this moment, because Dragon Ball in Europe isn't the biggest in the biggest stage at this moment. It's basically we get our sleeves sponsored from Prismatic Defender, team shirts, and we can arrange something with our teammates regarding promos and such that are difficult to get here. That's basically the thing that we have going on at this moment. As soon as Europeans will get back at tournaments like regionals or something like that, it will get better. But yeah, at this moment it's just
Okay, so in your team, within the team, there are sort of different levels of sponsorship, I guess, depending on how many events you can go to.
Yeah, the American players they have bigger tournaments, like almost every month, I guess, regionals and such, or bigger celebration events.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that they get a little bit better sponsors.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah,
that
we
makes
only had one big tournament in the UK. Another one is coming next month.
Yes. I will have details of that at the end. Just so please stay tuned. And yes, Sandy, what about yourself? You've been on 2 teams, so you've been in Ellipsis over in the States, and also you are now in Team EXT.
Yes. So Ellipsis, I love those guys. I don't want to like sort of like talk bad about the sponsorship because they did a lot for me, like it helped me get my name out. They helped me grow as a player, stuff like that. But I didn't really get anything from them. I was supposed to get a jersey, but that it seemed a bit disorganized, so I never really got one. And that was about it. And then when Eric Goodwin would do his giveaways, if someone like Jamie Wolf won in the UK, I would actually have to give away my prizes. So it wasn't great. And then with EXT, we get a jersey, which we should have for Birmingham. We get play mats, we get sleeves, and then we get a bit extra, but I'm not too sure if I can talk about that.
Okay, sure, yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, it's a really good deal.
Yeah. So I mean, in terms of like monetary gain or gain in product, there's not much in it at the moment, especially in Europe. So
Nah, not really.
yeah, so Diego, you get sleeves and team shirts and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I mean, in terms of you mentioned promos, is that sort of they loan you them and then you send them back, or how does that really work?
I'm our teammate, Adi Saint-Hilaire, who's also the captain of our team. He just wants to help us out because he knows it's difficult to get some promos here, and if we can get them, it's usually too late. For example, we had a team event last Saturday. I was playing the Red Gogeta deck and I needed TP6 Vacuos, but we don't have them here, so I can talk to Adi and he can send them out to me, and the only thing I need to pay is basically the cost of the promos itself, so that's really nice.
Okay, cool. So yeah, basically like so he gives you access to all the cards that you need, which
yeah, if we have problems getting cards, he can help us out indeed.
Okay, nice. What sort of support did you get for Euros?
Support regarding the
Just from the team.
yeah, that was a bit strange because I think it was 6 days before I joined the team for
okay.
UK, so it was a bit close, but they sent me some sleeves. That was basically it at that moment.
Right. Okay.
Because it was a little bit short.
All right. Yeah. No, that's fair enough. 6 days isn't a lot to prepare anything. But yeah, I think one of the main things that I get from what you've said is that the main gain is actually being on the team.
Yeah, it's what Sandy said. It's just basically making a name for yourself, getting a little bit known in the community. And I think the thing that helped me the most is talking to them and sharing my experiences, and giving information regarding decks to play, because USA is mostly always 1 month ahead, I think, regarding releases and such during problems. So that's really nice to talk to them. You can get a lot of experience just talking to them.
Yeah, good stuff. And Sandy, I mean, you had a similar experience. I mean, I see you posting in the group, and the guys in the States all seem to really love you. So.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still friends with them. I still talk to them. They're really good dudes. But the big thing about being on a team is like you have, like in EXT's case, we now have 12 players, so we have like just 12 brains trying to figure out what the best deck is, what the best team's setup is, what the best builds are. So it's just putting your minds together, and then you all grow as players. We're all going to do well in Birmingham, I expect, just because we have that ability to work together.
Yeah, nice. I mean, 12 is quite a large number. Do you think are you guys planning to sort of split off into smaller groups, or do you think sometimes maybe too many cooks spoil the broth?
It can, like in the case of Ellipsis, I think there was definitely more. I think there was more than 12, and we had one group chat, and just everything got lost in that group chat. It was so difficult to like organize anything or try and talk to people through that group chat. So that made things difficult. But with EXT, we have like a Facebook group. We have Discord chats with different tabs. We have our Facebook group chat. In the case of teams, me and my team have our own separate group chat, and then we just keep each other like ourselves involved in what's going on.
Cool, nice.
But I don't think we'll. I don't. What do you mean by splitting up? Like a team A and a team B or something?
No,
or
not necessarily team A and team B, but just having just separate, I guess, maybe two focus groups where you sort of work closer with certain other members of the team, and then you pull everything back together as two groups rather than 12 people all trying to talk.
Yeah, I guess that's what we're doing for teams now. We've all sort of split off into our threes and we're chatting with each other. But we're fairly organized, so if someone has a question, we all sort of put our heads together. It doesn't get too cluttered, so it works well. We all work well together by the looks of it.
Cool. And in terms of having, I think this is probably more for Diego. In terms of having teammates from the States, from North America, do you think it's they offer a different perspective? Because I mean, I do a UK meta report for locals, and sometimes we just get really weird decks.
Yeah, they always they're always making fun of that because yeah, the same goes for the European Open Championship we played. The amount of decks I saw there was really insane. We all prepared for a couple of decks, but the decks we saw there playing 4 sugars like it was a best of 1 event. It was really insane.
Nathan.
Yeah, it's difficult because they are always talking about their meta and Green Broly, Super Shenron, etc. While at my locals there's only one player playing Super Shenron, so that's difficult to prepare yourself for that kind of events. So it's basically knowing your opponents and what type of decks they are going to play, most likely.
Yeah, so I mean, I think the main thing in card games is just sort of build and decide for your meta, and but yeah, it's strange. Are you gonna be coming to Birmingham at the end of May?
Yeah, I'm talking to my work at this moment to see if I can get some time off, but I'm definitely willing to go there.
Good stuff. Yeah, I think we will see. I think we'll see something different. Something unexpected is going to happen because it's the UK. And like
win.
I mean, Euros was. I'm convinced Euros was about 40% Janemba.
Yeah.
I think that's the right. I think that's the right number. Maybe even more.
It was insane. That's why I played Pan. The only thing I saw was Janemba. I was like, okay, I'm going to play Pan, but I only saw 2 Janemba players. So
yeah, it was a strange day. Anthony, do you have any insights into different sort of levels of sponsorship?
Nothing to really add. I think it's definitely interesting with European teams now, and hopefully it'll make the European meta game a little more competitive, and we'll be better for it at the end of the day.
Well, I definitely see that happening because now that EXT has been announced, I've been talking to obviously people that play as well, and now they're all thinking about doing teams and stuff. So I think this has sort of hopefully sparked a bit more competitive side in UK players. I mean, I'm not saying we're not competitive, but I think it just makes everyone like, okay, there's a team. Let's try and make our own team and just go with that.
Yeah.
Not to mention we have teams coming up, the actual team event coming up in Birmingham.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you guys did take 12 really good players, so
Yeah, I mean, we did very well in getting the players we got, and I'm very confident in the strength of our team.
and so your 12 is that's all confirmed now, right? You guys.
Yeah. Yes.
So
it's
you are
confirmed
you
with
are
us.
actually full up now.
Yeah.
Not going to be 15.
No, I don't think so. I think 12 is enough.
Just straight 20, 25, 30 players. Soon just everyone's on Team X.
We just end up absorbing the entirety of the UK.
Yeah.
UK, you're thinking too small. You go wild. Every American player, Team X.
Yeah, that's when you know you've made it. When you sign someone in the States, UK-based team signs someone from the States. Yeah, that's it.
There's one guy in the States I know. He went undefeated with Pan and Swiss at Chicago. His name is Devin Wilkerson. He wants a spot on the team.
Oh,
I told
nice.
him no. I told him no. It's UK only.
And Diego, how are your team doing in Europe?
I just started the European team. From last month on, I added another member, Ramko Loten, who got top 16 at the European Open Championship.
Oh yeah, he whitewashed me.
Yeah, he was playing Shannon and Control. He played against you indeed. Yeah, he was our second member, and we're now looking for a third member. But yeah, it's a little bit difficult because European players aren't that known in the community at this moment. And all good European players are on Team EXT at this moment, so
Yeah.
makes it a little bit difficult. But we will do an announcement within a few days for another member. For that, we are searching for another member. So
Okay, nice. Yeah, I'll if you send me the link to that, I'll link it to the description, and then people can keep up with the updates and that would be cool. So hopefully we'll see everyone at the event in Birmingham. I'm just going to bring up the details now. So it's there will be 2 tournaments at the UK Games Expo at the NEC in Birmingham. You do need to pay for entry to the expo, and for a Friday and Saturday ticket is £23. With the single tournament on Friday, the 31st of May, that's £7. It goes from they advertise 9:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. So it's also Friday. It's Friday. It's a bit awkward, but yeah, there you go. And the 3 versus 3 teams tournament, that's £21 per team, and that is on the Saturday, again 9:30 to 10 p.m. So yeah, I think it'll be really fun. The first teams event in the UK, large one anyway, because I know Liam did one at the Dice Cup. Not Liam, actually, Harry did it, but it was at the Dice Cup, and they had a really good time. So hopefully see you guys there. Maybe we will see some other teams pop up, and maybe the XT will have some competition. And if also there are Set 4 and Set 5 power booster events running as well, if you want to go to that. But again, all the links will be in the description, and please sign up. I think the entry prizes and the top 50%, I think they're quite good actually. It's just when it gets to top 16, it's a bit.
Winning's a bit pants.
Yeah,
I mean, prizing obviously isn't that great. The invites I think are important.
Yeah.
They are, but
How many are there in total? Is it 12 invites? Is it top 3 teams?
So it's
top
for singles,
3
it's top
teams.
3.
No, it might be it's top team gets invites.
Let me just try and bring it up.
with teams, it's only the first place that get an invite.
Okay, so there are 6 invites in total then.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
For 600 people. So.
Yeah, but I think Friday we'll have considerably less players on the Friday than we will on the Saturday.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because it's a Friday.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like Gunslinger for Orlando was on a Friday, and we had about like a fifth of the players show up. So
Okay.
it just because it's a Friday, people, especially in that early, people won't be able to make it.
Yeah. Some people might have exams as well. Actually, I believe.
Yeah.
Realised that.
But I think on the Saturday it's important that as many people show up as they can. Like I know the pricing isn't great, but if like we show Bandai that we can sell out or get close to selling out, that maybe they will try and maybe they'll take us a bit more seriously.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Show up for a good time, and yeah, we should support the game. We complained about not having events, so Euros was a big success. Hopefully this one will be as well. So yeah, sign up as quick as possible. Yeah. So yeah, do you guys have anything to add?
No, I'm good.
Yeah. Good.
I'm not sure. Don't quote me, but Team EXT is taking all the invites.
Okay, I'm gonna timestamp that bit in the video.
And then when we don't all get it, you're just gonna link me back to it.
Yep. Yep. So yeah, thank you guys for joining in the podcast today. Short one today, but they all don't have to be hours and hours. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this. Leave your comments below. Are you going to form a team? What are you going to play in your 3 versus 3? And also, yeah, just remember to sub for more content. And I will see you guys next time. That's bye from me.
Goodbye.
Bye.